All right, welcome back everybody. Today we are going to talk about how we solve by factoring, and this is going to be our second day doing it. So we're just going to focus on some harder problems today and then give you guys more time to practice and work on your own. So here's our first problem. Remember, in this one, I think I see that I have three parts. I have the pink part, I have the green part, and I also have this blue part over here. Now, when I look at those, since it's equal to 0, what we want to do is we want to take each of those parts. So here's the pink part, negative 8x, and we want to say equals 0. And then we want to take the green part, x plus 2, and say equals 0. And then we want to take the blue part, and 4x minus 8, and say equals 0. Now, what we got to do to finish this off is we just need to solve and figure out the x values for each of those. So in the first one, the pink one, we would divide by negative 8 and divide by negative 8. And these two pieces are going to cancel each other off, and we're just going to be left with x. 0 divided by negative 8 is just 0. So I end up with x equaling 0. Now let's go look at the next problem. Let's do the green one. So in the green one, to undo adding 2, we need to subtract 2. These two pieces are going to cancel off, and I'm going to be left with x equals negative 2. And that will be my answer. Now for the last one, the blue one, we got to get x alone. So we're going to start by adding 8. Since it was a minus 8, adding 8 is the opposite. We're going to be left with 4x is equal to 8. And then from there, we're going to divide by 4 and divide by 4. And when we do that, 8 divided by 4 is just 2. So in this problem, we found the right answer for the pink part, the green part, and the blue part. Nice job. Let's look at another one. So here's another one for us to consider. So here's going to be our blue part, here's going to be our green part, and here's going to be our pink part. What we're going to do is just set up our separate equations. So 4x equals 0. X minus 9 equals 0. 3x plus 12 equals 0. Once you set up those pieces, like I said, I like to stay organized. Once you set up those pieces, then we just need to solve. To solve the blue one, 4 is hooked onto x using multiplication, so we are going to divide to unhook it. 0 divided by 4 is just 0, which means that will be one of our answers. When you get to the green one, you want to get rid of the minus 9. To get rid of it, you need to add 9. That's going to make these two cancel off. And you're going to be left with x equals 0 plus 9 is 9. Now let's get to the last one, the pink part. To solve this one, you want to get x alone. To do that, you need to first undo the 12 that got added to it. So we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. That's going to leave us with 3x is equal to a negative 12. Now we got to get x alone. So we're going to divide by 3 and divide by 3, and we'll find out that x is equal to negative 4. Nice job. You found 3 answers, and that's what we were supposed to do. Here's our next one. Like I said, we're only doing 4 problems, so there's only one left after this one. So negative 6x equals 0. That's our first one. X minus 3 equals 0. That's our second one. And 5x plus 20 equals 0 will be our third one. So to solve this, we want to first divide by negative 6 on both of these. These two cancel off, and I'm going to be left with x equals 0 divided by negative 6 is 0. And we're done. Now let's get x alone in the middle one. Since it was x minus 3, if we add 3, that will make this go away. And we'll be left with whatever 0 plus 3 is, which in this case is just 3. Nice job. Let's look at the last one. For the last one, the first thing we want to do is subtract 20 from both sides. That's going to leave us with 5x is equal to negative 20. And since I'm trying to get x alone, I want to divide by 5 and divide by 5. That's going to cancel these out, and I'll get x equals negative 4. Nice job. Let's look at the last problem. Here's our last problem of the day. First, start out by organizing. So we're going to get 3x equals 0, x plus 7 equals 0, and 7x minus 42 equals 0. Once you get all of those alone, then what you want to do is figure out the x that's going to make it work. So we're going to divide by 3 to get x alone, and we'll get x equals 0 divided by 3 is just 0. For the middle one, to get rid of the plus 7, we need a minus 7. These two are going to cancel off. 0 take away 7 is negative 7. Now for the last one, we got to get x alone again. So we need to add 42 to both sides. That's going to leave us with 7x on the left side, and on the right side, we're going to have 42. Now to finish getting x alone, we want to divide by 7 and divide by 7, and I'll find out x equals 6. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to get a lot of practice time today because there's only going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems for you to work on. We just did 4, so it shouldn't take you much longer than what we just did. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please make sure you're reaching out and asking. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.